Hi guys, it's Erica and today's video is the controversial topic of Chanel Superfakes. Now, before I begin the video, I have to do my usual disclaimer. This is not a video where I am promoting some sort of seller who is selling Superfakes. Actually, I authenticate handbags as part of my job. So I do get a lot of Chanel handbags every day, and well, maybe not every day, like every week or so, and I get to see a lot of different things about the Chanel handbag. So I wanted to show you guys 3 things that I look for when I first receive a handbag, and that will pretty much tell me whether the bag is fake or not. Now, of course, there are different fake manufacturers, and these are just some of the common mistakes I see. Of course, when you move up to the super fake level, it's very hard to tell the difference from the original. And yes, I know that a lot of you are thinking, so why don't I just go out and buy a super fake? And I do get a lot of comments like that in my previous videos. But you know, I really don't have an answer for that, except that selling fakes in the first place is illegal, of course. I think we should all know that. And secondly, I think the best comparison of it would be like buying a cubic zirconia instead of buying a diamond. Like, they both look very similar, and I would say that a lot of times when it comes to super fakes, you can't really tell the difference between the super fake and the original one except at a microscopic level. And people are like, wow, if it's going to take the microscopic level to be able to tell the difference, I'm just going to go with a super fake. But then at the same time, if you saw a cubic zirconia and you saw a diamond, most people, if you're not a jeweler or if you're not somebody who is educated in what to look for, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference as well. But we all know that one has value and the other one doesn't. So I guess that's the best comparison that I can think of in terms of Chanel. In terms of buying the authentic thing and buying something that is simply a knockoff. But really, it is the choice is up to you, and I think the best thing to do is just to agree to disagree. Anyways, I don't want to debate about that topic because that's not what this video is for. I just wanted to show really quickly what I saw, what was wrong with this handbag, and this is the one that is a fake. And then I also got another one which I kind of knew, like 99% sure that it was an authentic piece. So I ran it under the scanner, and I used a program called Entropy, which I will link in the description down below if you are interested in that. So you can also take a look at their website, but they do authentication at like the microscopic level and scan the handbag. So once I run that program, I will know with certainty which one of these are fake and which one of them are real. But even just by looking at this handbag, I already knew that it was fake. So the way that I was able to tell that this was a fake handbag, I really just looked at 3 things. The first thing was the hardware on the strap right here. The second thing was the Chanel logo here at the side. And the third thing is kind of strange, but I actually looked at the inclusions of the handbag, and that's not the best way to tell, but it can also tell you a lot about the handbag itself. So in this video, I'll go through all 3 of those things in detail and show you exactly what to look for. Of course, at the same time, this is not for all Chanel super fakes. Obviously, there are different manufacturers of fake handbags. Some are better than others, but for the majority that I've seen for the Le Boy, and if it does not pass these 3 tests, then I know right away that I am dealing with a fake. And even if it's just one of these that is off, I know with 99% certainty that the bag is a fake. So if you have just bought your Chanel handbag from the secondary market, the first thing that you want to look for, or you can ask your seller to send you photos, is a photo of the strap right here. And right away when I saw this, I knew it was a fake because the logo is actually placed incorrectly. And you can see from here that the logo is facing horizontally when it should be facing upwards. So let me show you guys the authentic one beside it. and you will see right away what I mean by the logo facing upwards. So the placement of the logo on the strap is very, very important. And another thing that I always notice about these handbags is also this lower portion right here. On a Chanel authentic one, it is a little less pointed, but of course that's also very, very difficult to tell. So the first thing that I would recommend to do is to actually just check the placement of these two. The second thing that I look at is actually the Chanel logo, and on the boy bag it is here at the side. So what I like to look is whether the logo is correct. And what I mean by correct is I will show you the authentic one, which has a very deep cut, is very deep and is very defined in terms of the way that you see the C. You can really see that it has the entire sort of C cut out, while on the fake handbag you can see that it is actually very, very shallow and is quite a lot thinner than the original Chanel handbag. So second dead giveaway that this bag was a fake. Even though it looks really, really good, I'd say that this was definitely a good fake, and the price that my client got this for also would presume, because it was sold to her as an authentic piece, so it was also sold with an authentic price tag. Yeah, which is why also I do videos like this, so to sort of help people who may have bought one of these sort of authentic pieces or been sold to them as authentic, but really only to find out that it is actually super fake. And then the other thing that I look at is actually the inclusions of the bag, and this is very, very difficult to show on camera, but I will just sort of take a photo of this, and this is the fake Chanel tissue paper. It just looks different from the original one. It looks a lot like the stamping is quite deep into the tissue paper, and it's very defined. The tissue paper also feels a lot rougher than the original type of tissue paper. So those are like three things that I quickly look for. I quickly scan through my handbag, and then that usually tells me with some certainty whether I'm dealing with a fake or an authentic handbag. Of course, later on I will go through the entire process of scanning it just to get and verify the results of whether something is authentic or not. And this did come back as a fake piece, just as I assumed in the beginning. So yeah, that is about it. The other things that I can tell you when you get a handbag like this is to check the smell. This one actually is made from real leather, so it doesn't have a very chemical smell, but sometimes when you receive a bag and you open it up and you can smell that very pungent perfume type chemical sort of smell that's trying to mask something, you know right away that you might be dealing with a fake handbag. But that is a very, very, very subjective way to tell whether something is fake or authentic. Okay, so that is my 3 easy tips for spotting a fake Chanel handbag. I hope this video did help you guys. I also want to address the question what to do when you receive a fake handbag, or what to do when you find out that your handbag is fake, because a lot of what I also do is a lot of therapy, I guess, for my clients, because I know how difficult and how sad it is when we find out that we actually received a fake handbag, especially if we paid a lot of money for it. I mean, especially if we paid any money for it thinking that it was an authentic piece. So for me, I think the best thing to do is to actually talk to your seller, and these are all on individual cases, I guess, because of course everybody treats their business differently, and because online selling has become very, very prevalent these days, so you meet a lot of different individuals. But what I like to do is, before the seller sends me a handbag, I always ask them to send me the the authenticity card and to send me a picture of the tag so that you know that you're still talking about the same handbag. And if you have received the bag within a week or so, even up to a month, I think if you tried to return it, the seller would most likely, not in all cases, but I think most likely give you a full refund, especially if you have proof of paper or a letter of evidence from whatever third-party authenticator that you choose to use, saying that the bag is not microscopically compatible with the authentic piece. So yeah, even I think it's a lot of just sort of back and forth about this, and a lot of sellers are very open. I don't think you should go with an accusing tone at the same time, because even when you are like especially when I was new in this business, I also could not tell the difference because I didn't know what I was looking for as well. And I have bought a fake handbag, so I know exactly how it feels, and I managed to buy a fake handbag from somewhere with an actual store. I actually bought a Louis Vuitton Speedy Bando 30 and I thought I was getting a really good deal. Instead, I found out much later that it was a fake handbag, but luckily I was able to return it to the store and get a full refund. And that's the thing, is because I kept my conversation and I kept all of my receipts, and I also had like the date code and everything, so I was able to prove to them that this was the same bag that I was returning. In the case of where you've had the bag for a very long time and then you've only decided that you want to check whether it's authentic or not, I think this is a little bit more difficult, and you really have to treat it on a case-to-case basis. But I think the best thing to do is just to contact your seller and try to talk to them, not in an accusing tone, and just sort of try to sort things out. But yeah, anyways, I do hope some of these tips that I have given you help. If you did like this week's video, please do give it a thumbs up. I'm not so crazy about doing authentication videos because they are very emotionally draining, especially when you start reading some of the comments. So if you are somebody who actually did get value from this video, a thumbs up or a nice comment in the comment section down below is really very much appreciated. I hope people don't start debating on the comment section, but I know that most likely it's bound to happen. But at the same time, I do want to show you guys a few more authentication videos, especially with Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermes. These are the brands, Gucci also, which I see a lot of fakes cropping up. And yes, the fakes are getting better and better quality, so a lot of times it is very difficult to tell the difference with the naked eye. But like I said in the beginning, what would you rather have? Do you want to have a diamond, or do you just want to have like a cubic zirconia? And right away you know which one has value and which one is, well, just some sort of like glass piece, right? So anyways, I'm pretty sure that somebody is going to make a comment about that also in the comment section down below. I hope this video did help you guys. Have a great week, everyone, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye bye.